I have so many Pokemon games. I mean, look at all of these Pokemon games. I have so many. I've spent so much money. Like this game. This game is worth so much money. I even have a Leaf Green. I have a green for the N64. We got Legend ZA. We got Ultra Moon. I have so many Pokemon games. And I decided that I'm gonna buy even more Pokemon games. So I spent another $560 in addition to those games already on screen on these games right here. And we're going to see what kind of Pokemon we can find in these old save files. So let's get started. All right, so starting off, what did I buy? Well, I have this copy of Pokemon Ruby. We have an Ultra Sun, we have an X, we have a Platinum, we have Black 2, another X, and a Y, and a in case Ultra Sun. And yep, this came to about $560. So let's see what kind of stuff we can find. Starting off loading in our Pokemon Ruby with our red Game Boy Advance SP. Hopefully you guys can see this well, and hopefully we can get this done before our SP dies, because apparently it's on red. All right, so we have an internal battery that is over, and ooh, only 7 gym badges. Into Topless City, so could be cool. Let's see what we got ourselves. We have, oh, they caught the Kecleon, cool. Manectric, pretty nice. Swellow, pretty standard. Machoke, guess they didn't have any friends to evolve it with. A Hariyama and a Spheal. So no starter Pokemon in their party. That's kind of interesting. Let's see what other kind of Pokemon they have in their PC. So they have themselves a Wurmple, Zubat, Makuhita, Zigzagoon, Poochyena, Roselia, Koffing, Nincada, Loudred. They chose the Anorith fossil, pretty nice, but doesn't look like it's, oh, there's their starter Grovyle. Ah, they chose Trico for their starter. They should have chose Mudkip, then they probably would have been using it at this point in the game. But looks like that might be it in their game. Doesn't look like anything extra. Nope, and I guess we'll go see if they have anything at the daycare or something. It's looking like there's anything interesting in this game, which is fine. They probably restarted. This probably isn't their childhood copy of the game. Or if it is their childhood copy, they probably have restarted the game multiple times. No egg in there, and they probably didn't even use this. Oh, they have a Kadabra and a Ninetales. Ooh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's basically it for this copy. Let's move on to the next game. All right, for our next game, we're going to take a look into our Pokemon Platinum on our nice Charizard 3DS that we have. And I've never actually used this 3DS, so it's going to be kind of interesting. All right, loading our Pokemon Platinum. Man, that's so nostalgic. What do we have here? We have Alex, who's played for 20 hours and only has 4 gym badges. Another one that doesn't look very promising. Oh, they were trading. I'll turn this down a little bit. They were trading with somebody. Ooh, that can't be that great. So starting off in their party, they have an Aipom, a Leafeon, a Floatzel, Monferno, Gardevoir, and Bibarel. Cool. And then in their box, looks like they have a Luxio, a Drifloon, an Egg, a Bidoof, and a Staravia. I can probably almost guarantee that they don't have anything else in here, but let's just take a quick look and see. And yep, nothing at all in here. That's kind of sad for a Platinum game, but that means that I won't feel bad about resetting over it. Anything, what city are they in? Okay, so they're in Veilstone. I wonder if they just didn't know what to do after getting the 4th gym badge or what, but that's going to be it for Platinum. Let's move into the Gen 5 games. All right, for our Pokemon Black 2, we're going to look at it on our nice Pokemon Black DSi, another console that I have actually not used. So I'm glad to see there isn't really any dead pixels on the screen. Oh, and looks like I have to set this up real quick. Be right back. All right, not sure why my Pokemon Black DSi. I was not reading the game, but we will play on my DSi XL. Loading up this copy of Black 2. Looks like Shane with 4 gym badges. Again, another not complete game. Wow, these people must have been like, wow, I want to play some Pokemon, and then just reset it. But let's see if they have any cool Pokemon. Their party, they have nicknamed some Pokemon. That's kind of cool. They have the evolution of Snivy. They have the bird, Minccino, Nosepass, and Herdier. Let's see if we can fly ourselves to a Pokemon Center real quick and see if they have any kind of cool Pokemon in their boxes. In their box, they have a Magnemite, okay. And that, oh, they also have a Purloin. That's pretty cool, but that seems to be about it. Let's move on to the Gen 6 games. See if we can get a little bit better luck. All right, and we can't play a Gen 6 game without playing on our beautiful X and Y 3DS XL. Let's go ahead and get this started, and we're gonna start off with our first copy of Pokemon X. Let's see what kind of cool Pokemon can be on this copy of Pokemon X. SD card cannot be, maybe there's a reason why I didn't use this 3DS. Let's try on our Pokeball 2DS XL and see if we can get this game to work. Let's try this. The Pokeball 2DS XL is my favorite anyways, and I don't really use it that often, so. Oh, that's a super cool background. It's almost like you're loading up a Pokeball. All right, there we go. We have our Pokemon X. Will this one work? There we go. This one did decide to work. And we have Stephanie that is in the Blazing Chamber with 8 gym badges. This could be promising. Oh yeah, this one, the Blazing Chamber, is the Elite Four. All right, let's see what kind of Pokemon. Oh yeah, we can totally beat this, probably. So I'm gonna beat the Elite Four and then get back to it, see what we can do. All right, I finally beat the Elite Four, and let's see, as you can probably guess, they have themselves a Lucario that they can Mega Evolve, a Raichu, a Houndoom, Hawlucha, Aurorus, and a Lapras. 2 ice types is kind of interesting to me. Not really sure why they went with 2 ice types, but still pretty cool. And looks like that was the first time they defeated the game. That's kind of interesting. All right, let's see what we got here. They caught their Xerneas in a Master Ball. Pretty interesting. Ditto, a Mime Jr. I guess I should show the top screen. Then they have a Sableye, a Froakie. That's pretty cool. Finnegan, Jinx, Shelmet, Carnivine, a Mantike, another Lucario, pretty cool, and a Piloswine in their box 1. And that is pretty disappointing that that is all that they have, which is a-okay to me. Let's go ahead and move over to the other. Let's go with Pokemon Y this time. We'll do Y and then the second copy of X. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there. Perfect, loads up. First time, easy. Let's see what we got with this one. All right, we have Kurumi with 3 badges and 28 hours of playtime. Who's playing these games for so long, but with so little like parts of the game completed? Well, let's see what we have first with their party. We got the Delphox, Purloin, Fletchinder, Skiddo, Kirlia, and a Blastoise in their party. In the Pokemon Center, I'm not expecting anything super awesome from this, but let's see what we got. Absolutely nothing. Beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted for the $40 it took to buy this game. Oh well, let's move on to our final copy of X. And see, there's got to be something awesome in these games. I couldn't have just wasted $500 and something. All right, there we go. Our final copy of Pokemon X. Well, we have Shrexum with 7 badges and 70 hours in the game. What in the world is this? Come on. You got to have something to show. If you have 70 hours in a Pokemon game, you got to have something. And why didn't you defeat the 8th gym badge? What is this? All right, let's organize these boxes with, okay, you have a full box. We got ourselves a Bidoof, Panpour, Flabébé, Pansear, Pikachu, Weedle, Eevee, Skiddo, Emolga, Gulpin, Pidgey, Pansage, Talonflame, Farfetch'd, Snorlax, Flabébé, Doduo, Vivillon, Beedrill, Pancham, a Sock, Golett, Aerodactyl, Lapras, Lucario, Tyrant, Furfrou, Haunter, and Dewedge. Then we have ourselves a Mightyena, Avalugg, Goomy, Gabite, Snover, Meowstic, Exploud, Aeron in their party. They have a Xerneas that they caught with a Master Ball, Venusaur, Greninja, Hawlucha, Flygon, and Aggron. Rip Flygon for not getting a Mega in ZA. That looks to be it. So, nothing super exciting in that game. All right, we got 2 more games left. We have ourselves a two copies of Ultra Sun. This one's got to be better. We got to have something, please. And 1 Pokédex entry and play the game for 1 hour. All right, well, not going to be in that game. Hopefully, the Ultra Sun that came in the case, there's got to be something in this copy. Please let there be something in this copy of Ultra Sun. All right, they're in Mount Lanakila, 57 hours, 124 Pokemon in the Pokedex. Okay, let's see what they got. Oh, they're already in front of the PC. That's interesting. What do they got in their team? They have themselves a Lycanroc, pretty cool. A Komodo, nice. Jolteon. A Zeraora? What in the world? Okay, we got something. I don't actually have a Zeraora, so I guess this is going to be my Zeraora. A Riolu and another. Oh, they have 2 forms of Lycanroc. That's pretty cool. Hopefully that Zeraora is a good sign for what we have to see. They're already in front of the PC, which is perfect. And they have multiple boxes of Pokemon. Looks like 5 boxes of Pokemon. We have ourselves a Breloom, Ariados, Rockruff, Necrozma. So they caught the Necrozma. That's cool. Staryu. Xerneas that they must have transferred or gotten like a surprise trade. Then I assume this is the Gumshoes from the trial. They have a Mewtwo, a Meowth. They have themselves an Abra, a Alolan Graveler, Coughing, Metapod, Mudbray, Kartana, that they caught a Beast Ball, a Fletchling, a second Necrozma, which is pretty cool, a Pikapek, not even going to remember the name, a Poipole, which is pretty awesome, a Arachnid, a Noibat, a Rockruff, and a Cherish Ball, so that must be an event Pokemon? Not too sure about that. Hypno, Formantis, and a Glalie. Moving over, they have a Machoke and a Diancie. I didn't have a Diancie before. That is super awesome. This must have been where they transferred their Pokemon from their Gen 6 games. So the Diancie is pretty cool. Wishiwashi, Vulpix, Pinsir, Granbull. Then they have a Haunter. Yep, a Haunter, a Hippowdon, a Malamar. Dang it, I was hoping that this Trevenant had the harvest ability. A Shelder, a Palpitoad, Flareon, Cosmog, Hawlucha, Scraggy, Ponyard, Aerodactyl, Arbok, Tyrant, Brawler, Gastrodon, Magikarp, Pineco, and Yveltal to go with that Xerneas. Ooh, with a gold bottle cap. That's pretty cool. So obviously an event Pokemon because it's into Cherish Ball. An Entei that's also an event Pokemon. A Kyogre that's also an event Pokemon. How many events were there in this game? Lurantis. All right, we got ourselves a Boldor, a Krokorok, Cranidos, Beware, Blacephalon, another Cosmog. Okay, that'll help for my living decks. A Golisopod, Electrode. We have ourselves a Buzzwole, an Absol, a Type, Null, a Pichu, pretty cool. We got ourselves Tapu Koko, Blacephalon, Chansey, a Druddigon, a Vaporeon, a Marowak, a Tapu Bulu, Tapu Lele, Porygon, Tapu Fini, Stunfisk, Vikavolt, Mantike, Chinchou, Pingoro. Oh, I thought that was caught in a Master Ball for a second. A Venusaur, a Charizard. We got ourselves a Pyroll, Quilladon, Eevee, Weeping Bell, Cacnea, Sableye, Bonsly, Frillish, Gumi, Pink Minior, which is pretty cool, an Elekid, a Larvesta. We have ourselves a Hoopa, which is another Pokemon I did not have a legit version of, which is super awesome. A Latias, a Victory Bell, Heracross, Metang, Ribombee, Umbreon, Rocky, I don't remember that name, Registeel, Grumpig, Swellow. We have ourselves an Oshawott, a Luxio, a Golduck, and a shiny Zygarde. Oh my god, that is amazing. Another event Pokemon. So this person must have went to like all of the events. I think these were GameStop events maybe, which is pretty awesome. I didn't have a shiny Zygarde, so now I do. I still might try and catch one in like a Dynamax adventure or something, but at least I have one now. That's super awesome. Can't wait to transfer that to ZA maybe. Then we have ourselves a Solgaleo caught in a Master Ball. What else do we have? A Mimikyu, a Xurkitree, a Yanmega, Barbanakle, Uxie, we got a Magcargo, Weavile, Bronzor. We have ourselves a Genesect, which I guess has to have been from the Gen 5 events, a Zekrom, and a shiny Poipole. I'm gonna have to look this up and I'll put a note on screen after editing if this is legit. They did an event for a shiny Poipole because that's in a Cherish Ball. So this might not be legit. I don't know. I don't know much about the Gen 7 events, but if so, that's pretty awesome. We have ourselves a Monferno, Kyurem, a Reshiram, and a Master Ball, a Decidueye. We got the Pikachu in the different hats, and that is going to be it for this save file. That was awesome, man. I'm like, if this Poipole's legit, that's awesome because I love the way the evolution looks. I still need to hunt for a shiny Poipole, but man, super awesome. And the shiny Zygarde, finally we found some shinies. That is awesome. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, check out this video on screen now where I did this with about $1,000 worth of Pokemon games, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.